back. Having some technical difficulties, trying to get everything organized. And I noticed that everybody can't get on. So bear with me as this broadcast will be recorded and saved later. And so you can look at it then and you can ask me questions up until next week. All right? Or ask me questions as many times as you want. I started off by sort of talking about why we need this reunion. Obviously, I think 30 years is long enough. The last reunion we had was a 10th year reunion. And I think now the plan is to get on. We didn't have a 20 or 25th. And I do take some responsibility for that. And so I'm asking that we all sort of put our hands in and make this one of the most successful reunions ever. We are Hempstead High School's last great class. We come from the tradition of the old high school. I think the new high school had only graduated maybe 8 classes, and so we were part of that tradition. And having said all of that, I mean, I don't have to go into the stats about why our class is so great. Our class is so great is because people like you are in our class. That's why it's great. So from that step forward, what we're going to do is, put our heads together and come up with the best reunion that a school has ever seen, all right? I think we are a distinguished alumni group, and I think we need to carry ourselves as such, and I think that our reunion will reflect that. So I want to get on to the dates. The dates that, we picked were the last, I think it's the last weekend in August, so that's August the 20th through the 23rd. If you pull out your itinerary for the sort of mock agenda items, mock itinerary, you can see what we have planned. So Thursday, August the 20th would be just a date for the committee chairs to arrive so that we can tie up any loose ends. We can, sit down and talk about the overview for the weekend, the plan for the weekends, make any last minute changes if we have to, make sure all of the swag has arrived, make sure all of whatever paraphernalia is missing. There's been large request for yearbooks for people who did not get yearbooks when we were seniors, and so we're going to see if we can fix that or change that. I think in addition to that, just to really make sure that everything is set in its place and ready to go. The actual reunion will start that Friday, August the 21st, 2015, yes. And it's the meet and greet and reconnect that we're going to do at the Marriott Hotel in Uniondale. That's the plan. About 7:30, we keep it really simple, open bar, music, some light refreshments. I'm sure that there will be after parties planned. I'm sure that people will have other plans as they hook up with friends that they haven't seen in 20-something years. And so we didn't want to structure it too much. So we want to kind of keep that loose and open. And also use the reunion that day also to think about our classmates who are no longer with us, as well as teachers. So we want to keep them in mind as well. And then Saturday will pretty much be the big day because we have, of course, breakfast, but I started out with 2 options, and this is where I need some help with. I thought about option A, which will be like an afternoon tour of Hempstead High School, see kind of like how it's changed, what's different. And we have a picnic on school grounds. Of course, we have a DJ, and just have a light afternoon to make it a lot of fun while we're still right there at the home base at the high school. Or there's option B, a family day barbecue at Eisenhower Park. And I thought about this because many of you have children and grandchildren, and you may want your family members to participate. And we also want to see, your kids and stuff like that. So I think it might be a great time, for us to bring our families together and just sit down and have some great barbecue. And maybe we can see if we can get the athletes. Chris Miller is a great cook from what I hear, likes to cater. So maybe we can get, all the Tiger athletes to come together and actually barbecue. I think that'd be fantastic. And then there's the evening formal. And I'm saying formal loosely, but I think we should have the blue and white ball commemorating obviously school colors. And I think we should think about the location if we want to continue it at the Marriott, if we want to do an outdoor tented venue. Many of my college reunions have been that way, which were really nice. If it's done right, it's very nice. or if we want to pay a visit and revisit Terrace on the Park, you know, for those of us who were at the '85 prom, I think that might be a good consideration. But we will take a look, see, and again, that's something that I would like to have all of the classmates sort of, you know, decide about that. I kind of want to make sure that as we move forward, we keep the information transparent. We want everybody to know what we're doing. We want everybody's involvement. I don't want, you know, this to appear like, you know, it's secret and people not know things going forward. We're all invested in this. And so to that extent, I really want all of us to get in and you know, make those decisions. Sunday would be another breakfast, perhaps a devotional service, and we'll do a closing brunch where we elect people to participate in choosing a reunion committee for the 35th reunion. And, you know, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. That's just, I'm just providing a little infrastructure, but how we fill that in, that's really all up to us as we continue to meet and go forward. So I think we're going to sort of stick with that. I see a couple of people are sort of logging in, and I want to go back and talk a little bit about what's up. So I started the other broadcast, which was crazy because I didn't think a lot of people saw it, is that we need to think about having a reunion that's, again, different from the other classes. I think that what I've seen and heard about other class reunions, classes that preceded us, was that the reunions were pretty small. My hope and aim and goal is that, you know, we get at least 175 people participating. I say that because there are 100 people signed up on our Facebook page. If we can go from, if each one of those individuals can get one person involved, I think we would have at a minimum 218 people. I think that would be fantastic. I think that that would, you know, that would really set the bar, set the standards for those classes that come after us as they try to do some of the same things, because you know they will. I really believe that we can do this. The reunion will only be successful if we can get the right number of participants there. So to that extent, I'm asking everyone who has signed up on our Facebook group to sort of reach out to one other class member and get them involved, or let them know that we're doing this. That's the first thing that we can start. That's the very, very basic sort of volunteer activity that I'm asking you to do. I'm also asking people to step up and, you know, think about chairing some of the committees that have to happen in order for this to move forward. We're talking about entertainment, we're talking about finance or treasury, and we're also talking about, you know, some community PR stuff. Because the other thing is that several class members had expressed an interest in leaving a gift to the high school, or leaving a gift to the college-bound seniors, you know, at Hempstead High. And I think that's a great idea. We need people to chair those kind of activities. And then we just need people who are on the ground in Hempstead who can run errands for us, since we're all spread out all over the place. We have people as local as Hempstead in our class, but as far away as, I think, Dubai, right? I think Lori Bryan is way out there. So, I mean, I think that the idea is that we want to make sure that everybody is able to connect, and that everybody can have a function and a role in terms of what we do. 85 is probably one of the more, we're the last great class. We come from a particular tradition of Hempstead High in terms of fashion, academics, athletics. I mean, we did it all that year. And I was told by many teachers that they were sorry to see our class go, because they knew we would never, ever, ever be able to, they would never, ever see another class like that again. So that makes me feel good. And so I would like to take some questions, but I'm not sure if I can do that here. Hold on, I'll check. Hold on. If you have any questions at this point, you're gonna have to send me a send me a Facebook, send me an inbox message. That's trbenston@gmail.com. I can get it from there. There's something up about, this thing just hasn't been working right all day. What I'm going to suggest then is that people review the documents that's submitted on the Facebook page. If you have any questions or comments, send that stuff back to me. What I'll do is get this technology a little bit more up to speed with what we need, and so we can, progress forward. I am sorry about the craziness of all of this, but this is a start, and so we'll see what happens. I'm going to actually log off and take a look and see how it pops up on YouTube, and then we'll go from there. Again, I can be reached through my email at trbenston@gmail.com, or you can inbox me through Facebook. I'm one of the few people, I downloaded Facebook Messenger, so I'll get your email as soon as you send it to me, and I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you have. I'll talk about, sort of reunion plan, committee chairs, committee volunteers going forward, and I'll send a couple of more documents out after that. And please, I hope you review the documents. And again, any questions, get back to me. Any suggestions about things you would like to see also happen, get that back to me as well, because I can't presume to know what everyone would like. And if I have no ideas, I'm going to go forward with what makes sense to me. So send me your ideas, send me your comments. The agenda, the draft itinerary is just that. It's a draft. It is not something that's etched in stone. So your suggestions will certainly make it come to life. So get that to me as soon as possible, and I will promise you that we'll go forward. I will post the next meeting time. I'm going to try to have something probably later in the week so that everybody can get on and get a chance to see kind of like what we're talking about. And if you have Google or Google Plus profile, let me know so that I can include you in the circle. And that way I can actually see you and see your picture, and you can actually post questions in real time. So, all right, listen, enjoy the rest of your weekend. As always, I thank you for your patience, and I'm so glad to be a member of your class. Thank you very much, and have a great afternoon.